Did you see?
That's what I didn't see.
What are you going to do?
Can't not have a tea toast.
No tea toast? Didn't get passed on?
No. We're going to have to give it to one of the other hosts, aren't we?
Yeah, I suppose. Going to start the loop again.
Yeah. It'll have to be James though, he's the only one who likes tea, isn't he?
No, Jamie likes tea now. Just got into it. If anything, he should get it more, because he's new on tea, he's really into tea.
Well, James has all those eggs, he's probably really thirsty. We should probably give him a tea toast so he doesn't overdose on eggs.
Tea and eggs is good. But the second letter in tea is E, and the second letter in Lego is also E. And
Not following.
they're both E, and Jamie works for Lego.
Okay.
And Jamie rhymes with tea.
True. No. No.
No?
No. It's not a good way to decide.
Well, how are we going to decide? Could toss a coin for it.
It's a bit lame.
It's a bit lame.
At least roll a d6.
I haven't got any dice. You've got to give it to one host.
Yeah.
She could have it.
Yes, precious, you could.
Ready? Welcome to Strategy Battle Games to our GBHL YouTube video. You're here with your host, GBHL Damian.
And GBHL Tom.
And we are here with episode 23 of
The Palantir.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Back again.
Yep. Always good to be back.
Always good to be back. Jamie will love that.
Yeah.
Look at that. You look, it takes 50 years off you, making you negative 26.
It's not bad maths.
Yeah, damn right. Yes, we are back for another week of hobby rambly goodness.
We've both already jumped in.
Oh, yeah, straight to it then.
Straight to it.
I think we were trying to push past it.
Yeah.
Because
We can't. No. It's like a magnet.
it doesn't work. The tea toast has floundered.
Yeah. We don't have a tea toast.
Because Celleview,
Yeah.
as feared,
Yeah.
doesn't watch the show. Well, I don't know if he doesn't watch it, but he didn't comment. Tea toast has not been passed on for the first time in tea toast history.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah, I had to.
Hamster
Yeah,
tantrum.
Damian was sobbing when I arrived today. Couldn't get over it.
Very awful.
So anyway, we do have to give it to a GBHL host.
Obviously, we're going to pass it on, keep it in the family.
Yeah. And but I think Daisy's a little bit above it and would like to give it to someone who can physically imbibe tea.
Yeah, she can. She enjoyed her tea, but she can't pass it on to anyone else.
No.
She's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know you.
So we need to give it to James or Jamie.
And how are we going to decide?
With a roll off.
With a roll off.
Why not?
Classic SPG. Between good and evil.
Yeah, who is good and evil?
Oh, I don't know. This could get us into trouble.
He could get us into trouble. Jamie looks like a wild man.
He does look like a
Evil.
wild man.
Plus, he also he likes wands. He likes to bosh.
He does like Bosch.
So he could
And
be
James is
evil.
always Rohan.
Yeah. So James could be 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, James should probably be good. Are you ready? So this is whoever you roll gets the tea toast.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
It's 3.
A 3. So Jamie.
Jamie.
Jamie, woo! It's GBHL Jamie. So Jamie, here's to you. The tea toast is in your park, sir.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. And he likes tea now.
Yeah, he does watch
You
the
can have
Palantir.
a tea on us.
Yeah, he does. Obviously, he's woken up to that.
Yeah.
He does watch the Palantir because he likes to comment on it before it's been published, which baffles Billy Fitzmaurice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in your park. I believe you know what to do with it. Use it wisely, sir. Use it wisely.
Yes.
So yeah, that is this week's tea toast. Mug review. Tom's got his new mug that you bought.
Yeah. New mug? No.
And that's my mug.
Yeah,
The
that's
one you got?
Yeah.
Didn't bring it?
Oh.
Didn't bring it. To be honest, I'd give up. I don't think it's coming. I don't think there is a mug. I think he just lied to sound cool. Oh yeah, I bought a mug. Did you really? Yeah. It's wicked.
Sound
brilliant.
cool. All the cool kids.
He goes down the street telling people about it. He goes into work going, I bought a mug at the weekend. And they go, really?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I love that. I love a bit of that in insurance modelling, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Love a new mug.
Love a new mug.
So yes, that's the Tito Salad. What did we talk about last week?
We talked about battle companies,
Mm-hmm.
and also about SBG issue 2.
Yes, indeed.
A little self-indulgent.
Yeah, but it was good, and it's progressing. It's still progressing nicely. We've done some more stuff this week. It's very exciting. But as ever on the Palantir, everything we're about to say is only our own views and opinions, and do not represent the views of the GBHL podcast or the Great British Hobbit League or any other formal institution such as Save the Children.
Or, well, a Bungella remake?
Bungella, yeah, absolutely. I've had. Shall I show them, or do you think?
Don't show them. Just tell them about it.
Got awful.
Subscribe.
and I'm out. I have an awful mouthful this week, guys. It's pretty bad. So I've been rubbing Bungella on it, and it feels so good because it feels so bad. You know when you put it on and it really hurts, and you're like, ugh! Really
That's working.
It's all a bit 50 Shades. So yeah, I have a mouthful, and that's my news.
That's the news.
Yeah, so that's why this week we're sponsored by Bungella.
Should we get on to the news? If you
probably should. Yeah.
That's a good segue.
More news,
there.
yeah,
More news. So this weekend, what are we doing?
We are going to a tournament.
We are for the first time. Well, for me, first time in a while.
For the first time in forever. There'll be dancing. There'll be fun.
No, well, there will be fun.
Yeah, there's so much fun. We're going to the Battle of East Rivenstead, which, as everyone knows, has been sold out for quite some time.
Yeah. And actually, the roll-off dice was sponsored by
Mid Sussex.
Mid Sussex Wargamers.
Look at that.
So,
they are
James,
available.
if you're upset that you didn't get the Tito's, blame Sam's dice.
Yeah, stupid loaded dice. So, yeah, that's where we're off to.
Yep.
And as Billy said, it feels like it's... What do you say? It feels like it's been ages since the tournament, but still ages since the next one. Which it does. Considering there's so many this year. Yeah. It does feel like it's been a while. Obviously for you didn't.
I've only been to the
doubles,
Titans one, so I missed. Which ones have I missed? I've missed JT's one in Huddersfield, but traditionally we don't go to the Huddersfield ones just because they're a long way north for a one-dayer. But they sound like great tournaments. And the other one. Doubles, which I was in America for.
So I was out with my bro Billy.
Right.
So nice to have like a partner in something that you like.
Yeah, you like him because he's shorter than you, is that?
Like him because he's not pretentious.
Hey. At least I don't have a mouth ulcer.
Oh no, don't get me where it hurts. Literally. So yeah, we're off to that. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about what you're bringing?
No.
No?
Yes.
Alright.
I am bringing, it depends if I can get him finished, but hopefully Bolg mounted.
Cool.
He's on the way there. I will probably I'll probably finish him, and then the first time I'll use him will be in a tournament, and trying to use his one. You might call it nifty, or you might call it stupid. His base.
It's stupid.
Trying to get that in. So yeah, I'll be using Bolg, and then a load of Gundabad's. So 2 Gundabad captains. One who's converted to hopefully look like one in the film that I've picked out. So hopefully you'll like that. You've not seen it.
I haven't.
And then a Warband of Hunter Orcs, just because I don't own enough Gundabads to make up to 750 points of Gundabads.
Have you seen the captain? Did you find a photo?
Yeah, he's on YouTube.
Because I know that the captain is the one in the first shot you see of Azog's army when he's at the front and Bolg rides up. There's a captain behind him.
Yeah.
And I was going to see the film
for the second time.
Yeah. And Tom went, "Can you have a look at that guy and describe what he looks like to me afterwards?" So I had to take a mental picture and then be like, "I think his weapon's like this.
Yeah.
His hat's like this."
I mean, it's not a perfect representation, but I'm not a sculptor. It was more just to get his the feel of it.
Cool.
That was the rationale.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, Bolg's good, but I don't think Gundabads are necessarily competitive. They're very low courage.
And at 750 as well, I don't know if this is true, but I think you did very well at the first day of the league finale, which was 450 points.
Yes, with the.
He did very well at that with Azog.
Yeah.
And I think at a lower points value, those massive heroes can cover up for the problems with the list.
Because they're hitting into mid-level heroes. Yeah.
Whereas as soon as you get 750, you're going to come up against nasty armies with lots of elites and
probably a wizard.
Yeah, a wizard or something, and that can shut down your guy.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit of a shame, but almost the more points you go up, the more a fluffy army will struggle. Yeah. Potentially.
Yeah, I'm not expecting it to do particularly well. I'm hoping that in at least one game I get bold to have Mighty Hero. That is that's my sole aim for the weekend.
Very doable on the WOG.
Yeah, I think. But that's what I'm playing for. That's what I want to happen.
Cool. Look forward to seeing it.
Yeah. And what are you bringing, Damian? You're bringing your perfect 750 point list that's been filmed all the way through the hobby blog. It's finished, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the plan. As you've been plan. That was the plan here. And if you were following my hobby vlogs, I had a wonderful 750 point army that worked out. Them. No, not interested. not doing one, not watching one.
Touche. Damian wins. James is like, sack him!
Yeah.
Sack him! James is like, what? Hobby blog? No.
Yeah. And it worked out perfectly with new Thranduil, new Legolas and Tariel, each having a warband. It was just the perfect points value. Yeah. And I didn't get it painted. And my Palace Guard are done.
Yeah. They look good.
Thank you.
They look blue.
They are. They're blue and black.
They look good.
And I'm working on 6 more elves, which I hope to get done. But it's not enough, so I'm going to end up with probably 2 warbands of elves, led by old Thranduil and old Legolas, I think. And then Thrain with some Warriors Variable.
So this is almost a what if they had helped out.
Yeah, well, it's actually meant to be. When I started kind of thinking about it, like my next game, because this year I want to have some idea of theme in it. Yeah. And I was thinking, okay, what could I have? I started going for before they fell out. Yeah. So like Erebor at the height of its power.
I think that's it's not too out there. And you're not, with you taking Thrain, it's not you trying to just shove stuff together and be stupid. I mean,
I'm not going to lie, I did have to take Thrain to get
the 250.
The 250, because your two of your models have to exceed 250 points.
You could probably have done Thorin on a pony or something.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do that. Was it you I was texting about that, saying it's not filth, or was it Sam?
It's probably Sam.
Because he said, why don't you put Thorin on a pony, because that got him to 120, which would then allow me to take Thranduil. Yeah. And I didn't want to... I was really like, he was like, that's not filth.
I think you better taking Thrain just for fun. You're not taking him to a tournament.
But it was like, Thorin, if you're going to go for any kind of fluff, he's got to be in the company if he's on a pony. Yeah. Otherwise it's just a bit...
exactly.
I'm putting it on it to make him a bit better.
Yeah. Correction, you had taken Thrain, but at the doubles.
Yes. Yeah.
But not in a singles list.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the hope, and I'm working on my 6 elves that I need to get done. And if I don't get them done, then the balance will swing. Yeah. And it'll probably be one of the elves and my rangers, and then 2 warbands of dwarfs. Yeah. It'll swing that way, I think. But I'm hopeful I can get those other elves finished.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I want to do that. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and then we've talked about the other tournaments, but check out the events page on the Facebook group. If you're not on the Facebook group, check out this link. There's surely links on every video for the Facebook group.
We're also having a very heavily us week, aren't we? Which I'm quite excited about it, because it's currently Tuesday.
Yes.
You're staying here tonight.
Yes.
You're then coming over on Friday night.
Yes.
Staying.
Yes.
We're then going to be doing magazine stuff and some channel stuff all Friday. Yeah. Then all Saturday.
Yes.
Working on the magazine, staying over, going to the tournament, then staying over on Sunday.
Yes.
So staying over 4 nights.
Yes.
This week. Emma is thrilled. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a fun hobby weekend. Yeah. I'm very excited about it.
And it should be really good. Some of the last time we did the magazine stuff and we did that full day, do you remember? It got to a point where we were like, right, didn't you just push everything away? Like, I'm getting up, I'm leaving.
I needed a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely a point where I went, no, it was just in the middle of a sentence. Yeah. You were working on one article and you went, well, why not whom instead of who? And I went, no, that's it, I'm done. Like, and after you stare at a laptop for 4 hours, you need a break. Yeah. So I'm sure that will happen. We'll go over the road and get McDonald's. That'll be lunch.
Cool. So
see you all there.
Yeah. Another bit of news then. Well, it's more of a shout out than news, but Steve from the YouTube videos who has been recognised.
He has
for being on the YouTube
at
videos.
a gig.
At a gig, which is fairly impressive.
And is that cooler than Jamie being recognised at work? They're both being recognised outside of. See, I don't know.
Legoland, you kind of that's associated with toys.
It's associated with Jamie as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
whereas
like.
Steve, it's going up to a random at a gig, which is slightly different. So yeah, I think that scores higher.
Yeah. So well done, Steve.
Yeah.
Celebrity.
Yeah. But anyway, he's been
handsome
using
man.
his celebrity status to tap up GWs around the country. No, he's gone to Altrincham GW.
Yes.
And he's trying to get new players involved, which is great.
Well done, Steve.
What
are you doing?
For the for the strategy battle game.
That's our job. I'm kidding. Take our job.
Take all the jobs. So yeah, he's been he's trying to set up a league in GW Altrincham. Get people into the Hobbit, because apparently the Warhammer players have a Hobbit army but won't bring them out at the shop because for whatever reason, because it's clearly in that GW not the cool system.
Yes.
But he's trying to change that.
He's got some of his models in the window, hasn't he?
Yeah,
which is very
including the Legolas
Legion Bat. Who I thought was very strange because it's not a GW Bat. Or that they let them display it, but it sounds to me like GW Altrincham was pretty cool.
Yeah, no. So yeah, a shout out to Chris from GW Altrincham for letting Steve do all this.
Hey.
Cheers for that. But he wants to know, Steve, what ideas we had on how to run this league. It's for people who either have hardly played SBG or some new players to SBG. So, if you were having a fortnightly league, how would you set it up? Prizes of Freddos. That's your tip.
Get the Freddos in.
Get the Freddos in.
They're yours.
Yeah.
Putty.
And you can say, rather than having points cost for models, you have Freddo cost for models.
1495. Smell.
Cool. So yeah, we had a quick thing. Well, I say we. I thought it'd be cool if you started at low points value, because if they're new, probably they're going to be going through and progressing and painting more models. So maybe start at something like even not a Battle Company's game, but Battle Company's level, like 100 points, 150 points, and then every week add 50 points, which isn't a huge amount. Every fortnight. Another option I had is that I don't know how regular the players are going to be, but if you wanted to do it where you don't know who's going to turn up, you could do it like a ladder and have everyone has a position in the ladder. Have you come across this before?
Only when doing the roof.
But so of the people who are there at the start, you could either do it randomly or you can do it by challenging each other. But if you beat somebody, you take their position in the ladder. So there's no real benefit to you playing someone below you. I guess you could say that if you beat someone below you in the ladder, you go up one place. But if you beat somebody above you, you take their place and shove them down one. That's how it kind of works. So then it's rolling. It doesn't matter who turns up, and you can still.
So it's quite
progress.
like at the end of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, when they're all hanging on the ladder against the cliff and climbing up and trying to like kill each other, and he's going Ali man, and he falls down and gets eaten by the crocodiles.
Exactly like that.
Sounds good.
You can do whatever. You can ask this Muppet for ideas.
I don't know. I think that's a good idea. It's a combination of like SBG and Indiana Jones together at last.
Yeah, maybe.
So 50 points a week.
Yeah.
Because
2 weeks. 50 points every 2 weeks.
Is it for people who haven't played before?
Yeah.
What happens if you buy Smaug? Can't do it.
Scenario.
Not
Play
allowed.
a scenario week. Scenario. Kill Smaug.
But yeah, you'd get a warband, wouldn't you? You'd
Yeah.
get a box of warriors and a captain or something, and then just add a few more each week.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that sounds good. Do like I'd pick out some of the journey book scenarios, but do them with warbands. Same victory conditions. Do like the Let's Hunt and Walk one from Two Towers.
Oh right, yeah.
It's only a 2x2 board. You just have to bust through in a certain number of
That was
turns.
good.
Yeah, it's a good fun little scenario, and obviously for it to work, one of your force had to be kind of all hero. But you might find you've got someone doing a White Council army or something, which you quite work for. And some of those little, I'd try and get them to play variations on like the scenarios, like again like the Battle Companies thing. Go into some of those journey books and find some interesting scenarios, so that people are doing different things as opposed to domination again.
Yeah, no, yeah, it'd be good to do. And yeah, if you've got multiple people, you can do doubles games and you can do scenario-based doubles games.
Doubles is a good idea.
Yeah.
Get on board with anything doubles related.
Yeah. So yeah, we think it's great, Steve, that you're doing all this.
We think you're great, Steve.
Yeah. Steve for GBHL, Steve.
Yeah, big fan of Steve. Get a. You don't get anything, just get the letters. Big fan of Steve. What a guy.
Yeah, what a guy. But yeah, if anyone else fancies following in Steve's footsteps and butchering up expensive models to convert, but also in shouting out, getting local GWs involved, then I don't know.
And if
give them a message.
If you're in the Altrincham area,
yeah, get along to it and
get involved.
Yeah, if you're an experienced strategy board game player, it'd be good for you to help out you guys as well. Cool. So that's the news. News done. So, in our next segment that's become a thing now, it's the trivia segment.
Oh, the trivia segment.
So now we're going to...
I forgot my question.
I've got it written down.
Oh.
We actually planned our questions
Brilliant.
this week, because last week we did not.
I did.
Okay, you did.
No, I stole it.
Yes,
that was
you
it.
did.
I stole it. I didn't plan it, I stole it.
You stole it. Oh dear. Anyway, so last week, what did you ask, Damian?
I asked which model in the whole of SPG was the least efficient for its might. So
assuming it has one.
Assuming it has one, which model pays the most for each might point?
Yes. And who is it?
I think there are debatably two answers.
Yeah, depending on how stupid
I want to say the correct answer is the Watcher of the Water at 250 points with one might. So 250 points per might, that's a lot.
Yeah. But the Watcher can be really good.
He can be really good. And one day I've got him, hope to pay him up because he's a lovely one.
We did an unbagging.
Unbagging, we did.
Check that out.
Yeah, check it out. Link is not below.
Just search Watcher in the Water GBHL.
Search bar, brilliant. But the other answer,
yes,
which is kind of correct, but is a bit kind of, is that you take the Witch King and you upgrade him to everything but only one might, which makes him cost 140 points. Yeah. With 20 will and 3 fate.
Yeah.
And then you give him, I believe it's an armoured Fellbeast.
No, horned.
Is it horned? Yeah. Horned Fellbeast.
That's 5.
The 3 attack hat.
The 3 attack hat key.
And the stabby kill sword.
Stabby kills, auto kill sword.
Yeah, auto kill sword, and possibly a flail as well if you can do that. Yeah. And that makes him, I believe, 260 points or 55.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So he does get higher than the Watch in the Water.
Yeah.
But
you're never realistically going to take that.
Yeah, no one's going to take that profile.
Watch Larry
so many reasons.
Watch Larry take that now. Just because he can.
But he could do it. So we are going to be fair enough, they're both.
Yeah.
The Watcher in the Water was the answer we were going for, but the Witch King, if you give him all that stuff, fair enough. So those are both correct answers.
Yes.
Who got it correct?
GBHL Jamie.
Hey! Before it was even published.
Yeah, he did well. Who else but Haldir, Larry Miller, and 19 Mark F91.
Oh, and a special mention from last week, because Billy Fitzmaurice got my question right. No, your question right.
Yeah, and we didn't.
But his comment came up after we did the comment review.
Yes.
So, sorry Billy, you were right.
Yes.
Indeed.
Now, there might be... We've probably missed someone again from this one. Sorry if we have. If you got it right and we've missed you, you can blame it on me this week, because I did the comment review. Don't blame it on him. Just blame him for the stupid question. No, it was a good question.
You're right, it was a good question.
But we had some interesting incorrect answers. We had Guy here, who has really poor might ratio, to be fair.
It's like half, he's 50% better.
Yeah, we had 50% better, yeah. We had Cave Drake, who is up there, actually.
We have...
I think
do we have
Sauron
Cave Dweller?
Yeah, Cave Dweller
from Billy Fitzmaurice. Jamie said Cave Dweller's a special rule, fool.
Yeah.
Which I liked a lot.
Yeah, Cave Drake, Sauron and Treebird, they're also up there, but not quite.
Sauron's 150, isn't he?
Yeah, but they're not in the top 3. The top 3, we've not said the other one who's in the top 3, who you were blabbing on about last week. Smaug.
Indeed.
But he's in 3rd place.
Cool.
There you go.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
What about your question, Thomas?
My question was, who in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which actor does not wear a wig. Now, we had quite a large spread of answers on this. Now, for those who put Gollum, no, it's not Gollum. That does not count. A cave troll also doesn't wear a wig, or a mimic. You can't have
Shelob.
Oh, Shelob.
Sauron. The Eye.
Caradhras.
The Eye didn't have it. Caradhras didn't, no.
No wig. So no, Gollum doesn't count. Nice try. It's not Bill the Pony either. But thank you for that. I enjoyed the Bill the Pony answer. We had quite a few Miranda Ottos, who's Eowyn, or Kate Blanchett, Galadriel, or Liv Tyler Arwen.
Covered in wigs.
Yes.
Dripping with wigs.
Yes. We also had Sean Bean from a couple of people.
Didn't someone say like Sean Bean because Sean Bean?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
And I think it was just the comment. I think it was that guy 513. His comment was just simply Sean Bean. I mean, most people will actually say to answer the trivia question.
It could have meant anything.
This trivia question, Tom's trivia question. This to answer Damian's this. It was just Sean Bean. I was like, is he just saying that because he like? I mean, I like Sean Bean.
Everyone likes Sean Bean.
But is it just Sean Bean? End of. Discuss. That's the discussion topic, Sean Bean.
End of was the grime band that Sean Bean was in when he wanted to be in N-Dubs. No?
Aragorn was another option that people went for, but no, it's not Viggo Mortensen.
No.
The correct answer is Billy Jackson,
Billy
who
Jackson.
is Peter Jackson's son, and he's one of the young hobbits when Gandalf's telling the story.
He does this.
Yeah.
When he goes,
Yep.
turn him all to stone.
Yep, and
He's in it a few times, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in Minister
He's at Helm's
as
Deep as well, yeah, he's at Minister of Yemen.
When Faramir's walking out, riding, trotting.
Stupidly
the
to
horse,
death.
yeah. So yeah, well done to Werner Collins, who has a blog, Fellowship of the Miniatures, which is really good, check that out. And Acthon 39. Well, Acthon 39 knew who it was, but he didn't get that it was
Didn't get the name.
Billy Jackson. So only really Werner Collins.
So well done as well
Right
to Acthon for not using Google.
Yes.
And well done again, everyone's doing well at this.
Yeah.
Because
well, we enjoy seeing the incorrect answers
yes,
as well.
indeed. So
Have a start.
people are clearly not cheating, which is excellent.
Yes.
But if you didn't know that, then you have not watched your commentaries enough.
No.
Go and watch your commentaries.
There was also a bonus trivia question about where the Entwives went, and we had a few answers on that, but none of them were right. So thank you for, I don't know everyone who got involved, Dave McShure and Larry certainly tried to answer. They suggested Arnor and
The Old
Forest.
Someone said the Old Forest.
Yeah. But what is the answer, Damien?
The answer that I've looked up, because
Yeah.
remember this was asked to us 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
and we didn't know, so we admitted that. The answer that I found out was the Brownlands.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Yes.
Called the Brownlands.
Yeah.
It's supposedly where the Entwives went. They went
Yeah.
off to the Brownlands.
Yes.
Who knew?
Yeah, there you go.
So there you go.
This isn't a trivia question, but something has been answered from last week. The foreground pub that you didn't know the name of.
Yeah.
Thank you to Alwood. It is the Stoic
Stoic
Arms.
Arms. It's one of those things. As soon as I said
Damien
it,
was kicking himself about.
Of course it is.
So there you go. That is the end of the trivia, or not, because we've got to ask you another question.
We do have to ask another question.
Do you remember what your answer is?
No.
I know, I've not written it down.
You don't write it down?
I do know what it is, though.
What is it?
It was a good question. It was, how many days?
How many?
There you go. How many days?
Oh yeah. My question. Thank you for that. How many? Brilliant. That didn't
I
help.
was like, you've got to ask
I
the
need a
question.
keyword.
Yeah, days.
How many days did, I'm throwing this back, The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings both shot for, believe it or not, the same number of days?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, to clarify, that is for Lord of the Rings, the principal shoot, so not including the pickups for the 2000 Return of the King, and for The Hobbit, I think it was the whole block. It might have been the first block, but anyway, they made a big deal out of the fact that they had the same number of day call sheets on the Lord of the Rings as the Hobbit. And what was that number? Now, obviously, this again is incredibly specific.
42.
Oh, that's ruined.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not 42.
No, it's not 42.
Spoilers. So now you've only got... How many numbers are there?
How many numbers are there? Infinite.
They've now got one closer one more chance of getting it right, because you've given that one away. So there is a number of days, of shooting days, and if you have watched kind of all the behind the scenes stuff, you have a chance of getting it. Otherwise, we'll give the prize to the person who gets the closest.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah,
what's the prize?
The prize is me doing this again.
Yes.
So yeah, that is the question. How many days did the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit principal thing shoot for?
Cool. Since Damian's gone for a film-related question, I'm going for a rulebook-related question.
Way.
And my question is, I want you to name all of the heroes, obviously without looking it up, in the Radagast Alliance army list, as it was in the Battle of the Five Armies, so the most up-to-date version.
Ooh.
Now, what I want is the exact profile names as well, so you can't just say, if it was Aragorn in there, say Aragorn, it would have to be Aragorn, Isildur's heir.
Is Aragorn in there?
No, he's not. Oh. But if you're answering it, you have to say the specific things as they'd be written in that army list.
That's a good question.
That's it.
So that's very gettable.
Yeah, very gettable.
Or is it?
But off the top of your head without cheating.
Yeah, without cheating. You got to name them all.
Yeah.
I found the Brownlands.
Oh, brilliant.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And it's a brown-themed book as well. All the maps are in brown.
Brown book. We'll show you on the map, but we're looking east of Rohan, directly across from Fangorn, and kind of just north of the Emmy.
Well, they sail past it. Well, I say sail. They go past it on the Anduin. They talk about it They talk about looking over
the world.
Lands, yeah.
Yeah, and the Dead Marshes. So there you go. If you're interested, that's where the Brownlands are. Don't know if you can see that, but
yeah, I think you're pointing. Yeah.
There you go. There's the Brownlands, which supposedly is where the Entwise went.
Yeah.
That reminds me. This probably isn't on the agenda, but we didn't address it a few weeks ago. Someone asked about that.
Yes.
We did talk about this in some detail in the Palantir. Oh, the camera's up. This is unheard of.
Look at this. It's just your forehead.
We did talk about this a while back, but this is me meeting Howard Shaw when we went to see The Return of the King at the Albert Hall, and it was played live by the London Philharmonic. That's the ticket that he signed and stuff like that, which is very cool. This is Ian McKellen's signature, and this is the entire book of The Hobbit on one poster, which is pretty cool. So that's
and you
all
can't really see it because of the glare, but I'll have to pick it up.
Yeah,
but it's got Smaug.
Yeah, and that's obviously a Smaug shape in there.
There.
And so the Hobbit and the Smaug are gaps in the text, and that is what is on the Palantir wall behind us.
And that's a plug.
That's a plug.
We give them to Matt Davies.
Yeah, we do. So yeah, that's that. Sorry, we forgot to do that a couple of weeks ago. Whoever it was that asked.
Yes,
there you go.
Remember. But good call.
Lost my
good stuff.
Agenda. Cool. So making good progress. So those are the trivia questions. Comment below, and also try to if you are doing answering the trivia, either do the ... so it goes down and you need to press read more, or if you've already written a long comment anyway, then just show it at the end.
Yeah.
Just so people don't see as you go along. Cool. So last week we didn't really have topics, so we just kind of winged it a bit. This time people have asked us.
Why tell them?
Well, I mean, it's still fine.
No one said, did you not have topics where you're winging it? They seem like two solid topics.
What, our own magazine?
Yeah, our own magazine and our thoughts on battle companies. I thought they were good.
Yeah, they were good. But anyway, yeah, this time we've had quite a few comments. Someone asked about the musical segment, and Kristal said that we should do I See Fire if it has to be Hobbit related, or Back in Black.
I want to do Back in Black.
And then there was if it doesn't have to be Hobbit related. And also there was a request for Down Down in Goblin Town.
I think if we are to continue a music segment, it's going to be a rare treat, the musical segment.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't want you to get sick of it. And I don't think we'll be covering normal songs.
No.
Frankly, if we were going to do some AC/DC, we'd do You Shook Me All Night Long, which is superb. But
there's only so much you can put with Damian singing, really.
Yeah. I think the 45 Seconds of Edge of Night might have been a mildly amusing diversion. The whole 4 minutes of I See Fire, I think, would get very old very fast.
Yeah, I think you'd have to do a very abridged version.
Maybe a verse and a chorus.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when we're who knows, when we're feeling it.
Yeah.
We might. But yeah, they will be Middle Earth related.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So before we dive into the comments, Alwood asked because we asked actively for people to give us topics. What is a Speak Friend in question, and what's a Palantir question? What's the answer, Damian?
The answer is a question for, I would say, a rules question should be for Speak Friend in question. Yes. What do you think of my army list type question would be for them. That sort of thing. Anything that you can answer in
succinctly,
a couple of minutes, a minute or two, I think is their kind of prerogative. Their kind of little question you can kind of go, yes you can, or no you can't, or this is how it works.
Yeah.
Whereas we don't, we respond to the comments and stuff, but our idea is more that we want to have a couple of topics each week and discuss them about something. That's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, something that's subjective, or something that requires some, there's a lot you can talk around it on.
I know something subjective this week.
Do you?
You should not follow that.
No.
I'll tell you later.
But anyway, funnily enough, there is something that's being transferred, the baton's being passed from Speak Friend in question to Palantir, which is from David Whittaker.
Mm.
Yes, was it from David Whittaker?
No, you wrote the agenda, you made a big deal.
Yeah, I missed that off the agenda, but it came into my head. On which actors would we have playing members of the Fellowship?
Oh.
So this one is definitely, it can be a Speak Friend question because you could rattle through 9 actors. And it could also be a Palantir topic because we could chat for ages, I'm sure, about it. But
can we ever think about that? You surprised me with this.
Yeah,
this wasn't on your planned agenda.
No, it wasn't.
I think we should think about this.
This is exactly what James said and then forget. We will do the exact same.
No, we'll remember it. We'll do it this week.
Okay, David, we're going to remember.
And we can think about it on Saturday and stuff.
Feel free to put a comment in this to remind us.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean? Go away and actually think about it carefully.
We will think about it properly.
I know who I want to be Theoden. I can jump straight in there with that.
I thought we were just doing the Fellowship. You want to do the whole cast?
Yeah, I think we should do every role. Every speaking
character.
role in the Lord of the Rings trilogy we should recast. Including Billy Jackson.
Yeah, I
would put Jamie Giblin as Billy Jackson. Jamie Giblin could be the little hobbit child.
Yeah.
I think he'd do a brilliant job. He's got the hair.
Okay, so who would me and James and yourself be?
You?
Yes.
Grinner. Obs.
Okay. James?
James, I don't know. Something big. A mummock.
Who dies in Rohan?
Yeah, it'd be a Rohan-based mummock. Hammer. No, MC Hammer would be Hammer. I think John, he's dead now, but John Thor would be Theoden for me. Who was Inspector Morse. I think he would have been a really good Theoden.
That's a good show.
Thank you. I've said that for a while. I think that would be good. But yeah, I think we should maybe have a little thinking about it.
Yeah, that's going to be a topic for next week.
We might come up with nothing, but we will actually try and think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Cool. Yeah. Cool, so other topics. There was a quick question from Nalsey, which I guess we're kind of straying across the Speak Friend question line, but it kind of segues into a topic. So Nalsey asked whether we would use the Goblin Town scenery as Lake Town scenery if you got rid of the bones and stuff with green stuff, or just.
It was also it was a 2-part question, wasn't it? About was it worth getting more scenery?
Yeah. Was it worth getting more scenery as well?
With green stuffing over the bones.
Yeah, something, or removing them in some way.
What do you think?
Yeah. But it's probably a lot cheaper to get cocktail.
A lot cheaper.
And not cocktail sticks.
Coffee stirrers.
Yeah, the coffee stirrers.
I got 1,000 coffee stirrers off eBay for about, I don't know, £5 or something. Yeah. It takes more time because you have to build it. But yeah, the Goblin Town scenery is very, very Goblin Town. There's a lot of bones on it and a lot of there's doors.
It'd take as much time to get rid of that as it would to build the stuff out of.
Yeah, potentially. And it's also very, very expensive.
Yeah.
It's, if you were to buy it new, it's £12 a sprue, essentially.
But the Goblin Town scenery is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
It would make a great good Goblin Town board. I think it would make a good Lake Town board, but it'd be expensive. There was an
awesome GW that did most GWs, not all of them. Some of them seem to break this, but most of them are now bound by that rule. They have to use Games Workshop scenery.
Yeah.
And they made a Lake Town board.
Yeah.
By doing that, they used Goblin Town scenery, and then they used kind of Osgiliath ruins to make big buildings and some Warhammer bits, and it didn't look like Warhammer. It was really, really good. Cool. I'm not sure, it was on the Facebook group a few months ago.
But we should actually at this point have a shout out to the DC Hobbit League.
Their Lake Town board.
Their Lake Town board is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So it's probably one of the link channels to GBHL.
Yeah, you should be able to find it. DCHL.
Search the DCHL. They have a great board.
Very cool Lake Town.
Yeah, I don't know if they were going to shoot a Smaug battle.
I think they have done, yeah.
Is that out yet?
Yeah, I think so. They've talked about it.
Yeah, they've talked about it. I watched the Lake Town scenery board video.
Yeah.
But anyway, check out the DC Hobbit League.
Got some really good videos on there. Really interesting stuff. There's a series on there about uses for useless models, which I've been watching. Yes. It's quite interesting.
So yeah, anyway, quick shout out to them. Their board looks great.
It's good. It's good scenery, but it's not how I'd go about doing it personally.
Yeah. So then this segues into Larry's topic in a small ways. So instead of using the wrong scenery to represent something else, it's using the wrong models to represent something else. It's not quite proxy.
That's not a segue.
I was
lumbered over the horizon, smacked you in the face, screaming, I'm coming, look at me, I'm coming. Oh, I felt a bit ill when I realised where you were going with that. Seamlessly into Larry's topic.
So Larry was asking about using a model's profile, but using a different model to represent that profile.
Example?
An example would be, from Larry himself, so a what-if scenario for the Last Alliance. What if those who became the Army of the Dead actually helped Numenor? So you would have Numenor, but you'd also have these characters acting as Army of the Dead. But he was saying he'd want to use something like a Lake Town profile to represent them, but they would be converted to look like, in some way, representing the Army of the Dead, but they're obviously not dead. Do you follow?
No. Yeah. So they're Lake Town profiles.
Yes.
But they've been converted to look like Army of the Dead models before they were dead.
Yes.
And Army of the Dead models don't really look like anything, do they?
No, but I guess, they're not painted green.
Well, they're the Men of the Mountains, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite an odd example.
Yeah.
Because you're then using the models. You're using models to represent models that you don't want to look like those models.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be dead, would they? They wouldn't.
No.
They wouldn't have the terror rule. At that point. The rules wouldn't match the theme.
It would have worked out better for them, really.
Yeah.
Been cursed for all eternity.
Another, maybe slightly different type of example would be Damian Grantham said this before, is Grima acting as Alfred in a good army. So you have the Grima model, but with the Alfred profile to represent his dubious council.
Yeah. So you buy a Rohan army,
you
pay for Alfred, but you use Grima's model.
Yeah.
Because then in a good army you get to have Grima.
Yeah.
And he gets to kind of potentially
do the same thing.
Do over a Rohan hero, but more than likely give a Rohan hero 9 might.
Yeah. Yeah, if Alfred's rule was a little more, it could take away easier, then that would be cool.
That's the thing. And everyone knows about Alfred, but that's the inevitable problem with as soon as you've done Alfred, however much it's for fluff.
Yeah. Because it is cool trying to get Grima.
It is cool, and I like that as an idea, but it's still giving you an awfully good bonus.
Unless you just don't use the might. You just put him in and be like, he's Alfred's profile.
Yeah.
So it's legal, and then you say, I'm not using it.
Yeah, maybe.
He's just literally there to be Grima, so I can have Grima in my army.
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of it. I mean, presumably we're talking friendly games rather than saying, are we allowed this in a tournament?
Yeah, well, it depends. I mean, if it looked really cool, I mean, It depends. Like we say, it's all on the intent.
Yeah. Okay, so an example of this might be an army list like Numenor.
Yeah.
That don't have any cavalry.
No, they don't.
Then you get some, I don't know, Dol Amroth knights.
Yeah.
But you convert them to be Numenorians.
Yeah.
And then
you use the Dol Amroth profile.
You use the Dol Amroth profile, but they're Numenorian knights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think that kind of thing would be cool.
Yeah. But that isn't...
Depends how well you do the conversions and everything like that.
That also isn't quite the same, is it? Because it's conversions.
Yeah.
As opposed to using this model for this.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to talk about proxies too much. It's more just... more around that, I think. What are our thoughts on doing those kind of things?
There was one example of using Thranduil and Legolas profiles in the last Alliance battle.
Yeah.
But changing them to Orifar and Thranduil. So you've got the father and son elf thing.
Yeah.
But you take it back a generation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which, I've got no problem with it if you're doing it for a friendly game.
Yeah.
If we agree it beforehand, you don't want to come up against that in a tournament because you don't want to go, okay, hi, I'm Damian, nice to meet you, and what's that?
Yeah, I think you'd have to do it so if the one who was representing Legolas, I know he'd probably be the other way around, but maybe to make it easy, you'd have Thranduil still being Thranduil and then the Legolas being Orifar, and you'd just convert him in, you change something about him, but it's still you can tell it's the Legolas model.
There was an example a while back that, again, we'll keep it anonymous, that I thought was too far and he didn't use it in the end, which was the suggestion of using Wild Wargs as Wild Warg Chieftain and Wild Wargs as Malher's profile.
Oh, with the scouts.
And Marauder scouts.
Yeah.
And the idea for that being...
that they move fast.
They already would move fast because they were Wargs. It was...
No, it
was they not
Wargs? It was Cave Drake.
It was Cave Drakes, mini Cave Drakes, Drakes. So basically the whole army would be monsters.
Yeah.
And that's more the sort of thing, isn't it? It's like using something like that to represent a profile. Then I think that's very confusing. Yeah,
because they ended up being Wargs. That is how the Cave Drakes acted as Wargs.
Right.
The mini Cave Drakes. And that's that's really easy to be like, right, okay, that thing that
on a 40mm base.
On a 40mm base runs like a Warg.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it on the smaller bases, it's then harder because there's a lot more stuff it could be. I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, it's more that at least a Warg's running on 4 legs, and so is the mini Cave Drake.
I quite think it's the sort of thing if you do it for a special battle like the last Alliance battle, and then you talk them through it. And I'm not suggesting everyone films it or everyone writes it up as a battle report, but if you put that in the kind of rules, or this is this in this particular game. And everyone's on board about it. And
also, it's with the Cave Drake example, it's someone trying to use the small models on the Cave Drake base and make something cool out of it.
Yeah.
It's not how can I win a game, because turning them into Marauders or into Wargs doesn't really help in
absolutely
in a huge way. It's not trying to make filth. It's trying to do something cool that they're enjoying creating. Something unique as well, which you can get from this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And while some people may be like, what? No, I don't really get it. Other people will be like, that's cool. And really appreciate something that's different.
Yeah. Some of those are just the things, isn't it? Because, I think the majority of people are going to say not at a tournament because of everything we talked about. But then equally, you're only going to come across it, really. Yeah. You're only going to go and see someone's army who you didn't know about and go, oh, that's cool, at a tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't think some of these aren't going to be bad at tournaments. It's how easy it is, it's how clear it is to your opponent. So if you make it easy enough, it's easy what one set of things are, then I think that's fine. And you've not got 50 unique types of models representing different things. All across the board. Exactly. And also, I think you've got to go to the tournament and not be wanting to win it. You're going there to showcase your army and have fun. You're not there to try and beat people.
On this intent thing, it's not the same issue, but I think it'd be worth talking about, particularly if this goes up on Friday and I've got 2 days to decide about my Legolas issue.
Yeah.
Because I was surprised by your answer. So here's a fun one for you.
Okay.
And I'm almost, if other people haven't realised this, I'm almost tempted not to put this out there because.
Put it out.
Yeah. So, at the Battle for East Riverstead,
yes,
your 2 most expensive heroes models, have to amount to at least 250 points. And I was struggling for this for a bit.
Yeah.
But I realised I could take the new Legolas profile.
Yes.
Who on a horse is 135 points.
Mm-hmm.
And if I gave Thorin Oakenshield all of his toys, not Pony.
Yeah.
He's 115 points.
Which makes
250. Brilliant,
Done.
says I. Boom. But what's the issue, Tom?
They both have Orcrist.
They both have Orcrist. And here's the rub. There's nothing in the rules stopping you doing this.
No.
In the Battle for 5 Armies, I can't remember whose profile it is. It's in Thorin's, isn't it? It's in the new Thorin King of the Manor. It says he can't take Orcrist if you have the new Legolas profile. It doesn't say anything about Thorin Oakenshield.
I mean, if it would probably get errated as a no, you can't.
And of course you can't. Of course you can't. Like, and that's what immediately then ruled out that option for me, like, as saying a kind of no, because it's an oversight, and I don't want people to annoy me. But Mr. Harrison then comes up with a genius idea. So imagine and again, it's in an army that's themed. Yeah. Yeah. And I've done this legally for the game, and it's to get to 250 points. What is your suggestion?
My suggestion is that you take Thorin with Orcrist, and you take Legolas with Orcrist, but only one can use it at a time, and they throw it between each other, like in the film. You start it with Legolas, and then at some point he will chuck it to Thorin.
So at the start of every combat phase, one of them can use it each turn, but I can't do it with both.
You can make up your own special rule. They have to be within 6 inches to throw it to each other.
Yeah.
Play with yourself.
I think my opponent would appreciate that, Tom. But and then suddenly it's like, oh, that's quite cool.
That's quite a nice idea.
Because you can legally use them both, but you actually choose not to. And it's like the Alfred thing again, where I was tempted a while back. I wanted more Lake Towners in it, and I wanted Alfred purely to lead them. So I saved more points because he was so cheap. Yeah. And if you took Alfred but then just didn't use his ability, like you were saying, just like didn't use it. And of course the thing is, you'd be insane not to. It'd be incredibly hard to like not do it. But
you could.
It's quite cool. Yeah. And I think your opponents would then. I think that would get you a lot of points if you took Alfred along. Genuinely, as a very cheap captain. Yeah. But didn't use his ability. But yeah, so that is. I don't think I'm going to do it because of the nature of my army list. But that could be something for the future for a themed army that I think would be quite cool. Yeah. That it's like the bit in the movie where he's tossing Orcrist to. Yeah. But then in this version he hurls it back.
You'd have to have the two, because you don't have a Thorin with Orcrist at the moment, do you? Both of your Thorins don't.
Oh, what, you need one?
Yeah, you need to swap them in and out.
So you swap them in and out.
Same with the Legolas, you could use the new one and the old one.
How would you feel about that?
People should comment and tell them what to take to a tournament. That's happened to me before.
No. I saw what happened to you. It was awful.
I won a golem.
You did win a golem. But you didn't win a game.
No. Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. So yeah, that's we've kind of rambled through a topic there. Yeah,
I don't really know what topic, right?
I don't know what you'd call a topic, but cheers for that, Larry.
Models and that.
Ankfon39 has asked what we look for when we're choosing an army. So we kind of started a little bit on that when we're starting to build it, and what are our main armies? He knows that Jamie is usually Wood Elves, or I guess now Allfoot Rohan is starting to creep in, and James is obviously Rohan or Filthy Reavers.
Rohan? Did not know.
Well, it's not Rohan in the traditional sense because he just spams loads of Sons of Ale.
Hey.
He's not going to like that.
Not like that.
Jokes. The third jokes.
Third
jokes.
What do we look for when we build an army?
Yes.
What, in terms of buying it and models?
Yeah, I guess so.
Rather than an army list?
Well, both. How do we come up with... Because obviously... But I think that one of the differences, we kind of buy a lot of armies, and as things that we'd like to do, and generally, well, I certainly will buy them because I like the models first rather than the profiles. I never go out and buy models thinking I'm going to make an army out of this. I just buy what I like and then paint that stuff, and then it's like, right, now I could need to make an army out of it. I'm going to do it that way around.
The last time I bought anything competitively was over a year ago, and I bought more ferals, was when I was doing my Isengard list, and I went out and bought more. Everything else I've bought since then, so all the new Hobbit stuff has been for liking the models and wanting to use them.
Yeah.
So for me, it's in terms of something cool.
Yeah.
Generally, modelling wise, it always starts with the models rather than the rules, and it's something cool, something that I like the look of, and something different. So my last biggest project was the Erebor army, which went on and off for about 6 months, and that was motivated by seeing Sam Page's converted Grimhammers, and realising how you can make a really cool looking army.
Yeah.
So I nicked that.
Just look cool.
Thank you. And then converted them. And I didn't have a dwarf army, so that was quite motivation. And I also loved An Unexpected Journey, and I really liked the aesthetic of the young dwarfs, the prologue dwarfs. So I had a lot of motivation to paint those up and get those done. So that was what encouraged that.
Yeah, and my latest project has been doing Gundabats and Hunter Rocks, and the major reason for that is kind of as a foil to Damian's army. I also really like the models, but from our point of view, I think we both really like to play through the journey book scenarios.
Yeah.
And we wanted to go through all the Hobbit ones, so that means that we have to do specific types of models. So yeah, the Gundabats and the Hunter Rocks.
Yeah, because actually, as much as it might surprise you, whilst we don't live together, we're easily almost regular, I don't know, opponents or gaming buddies or whatever. So I've got a whole Azog's Hunters army in the cupboard, which keeps getting put back because it's like, well, Tom's just painted that. Yeah. So if the people that you play with have painted something, then I find that you're less likely to paint it. Because
when I first met you, I was going to do Rohan. That was my next army, and that was your big army, big good army. So I dropped that and didn't do Rohan, and ended up doing the Wood Elves. More of the Wood Elves.
More of the Wood Elves. And there was a similar thing with my latest project, which is an elf army. New Hobbit Elves, which have been following my hobby blogs are. I had the Rangers from last year that I just got because I thought they were really awesome, and I got them for my last year theme was Battle of Five Armies, so I got those elves to put in there, and then I've now got I've been painting up my Palace Garden. I've got some armoured Mirkwood Elves because I don't have those. I don't have an elf army painted.
That is one thing we cross over on because I've got Palace Garden, Rangers, Thranduil, Tauriel, Legolas, and Keeley I put into that list.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie as well, once that, I mean, it always gets pushed back now. Once that's done, I'm still keen on doing Azog's Hunters myself to get us some more Gundabats, but also just, I've got the heroes done. I've got like Azog and Fimbul and Yasnik done, and I want some warriors.
Well, I've not done any mounted ones yet, so.
I also want another evil army.
Yeah.
That isn't Isengard. And I don't really have another evil force, so I haven't got that option there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always the models. It's stuff that I can see myself painting and getting through. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've painted something because I had to.
Yeah.
Like just for a tournament or something. It's all. I think that's. I find that I paint very slowly and I have very little painting time, so I need to know that I'm going to enjoy what I'm painting as much as possible.
Yeah. And I think we generally try to pick up the models that will help us go through all the film moments.
Yeah.
So we can play out this.
Which actually often makes army collecting harder because you end up painting 6 Rivendell Knights and 20 Mirkwood Rangers, which don't make a particularly good army. And you paint a lot of heroes that way, don't you?
Yeah.
I spent best part of 4 months painting Thorin's Company on and off, and then you suddenly realise, right, they're done. That hasn't got me anywhere for like tournament games.
Yeah.
And it's the same. I'm looking at those Champions Variable models going, I really want to do these, but what's it going to get me?
Yeah. So what armies do you have then? You have Isengard?
Yeah, my big armies.
That's huge.
My main armies are
well over 1,000 points of Isengard.
I think it's over 2,000.
Okay, you've got a lot of Isengard.
I think I've got almost. It's all Uruk based. I don't have any Wildmen or Dunlendings, but I've got all the Uruks and Wild Riders and Orcs and
stuff like the battering ram and demolition teams.
Yeah, it's a big kind of film themed.
Helm's Deep.
Army, yeah, plus ferals.
You've got the scouts as well.
Yeah, and the scouts and stuff because I got into the game by playing the Janibus, so that becomes an Isengard army.
And you've got all mounted Rohan. A lot of Rohans. That was your first. It wasn't quite all mounted, but your first.
My first full 1,000-point army was all Rohan because the evil army was a mixture of Moria and Isengard.
Yeah.
So yeah, first full 1,000-point was it wasn't all mounted.
No, it was.
So I've got loads and loads of Rohan. I've got like 30 mounted guys, including the heroes painted up, maybe more, and then about 40 infantry guys painted up.
And you've seen them in stuff like the Wrath of Rohan battle report.
Yeah. I like that. I that's what got me into armies, like that art film themed Rohan army. So lots of Royal Guard, lots of riders. I don't have any Sons of Ale. I don't have Ale the Young.
No.
My Rohan army is very much based on. I don't have any Outriders. It's based on the film, like completely as it is in the film, and it's not the most competitive thing in the world, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun at the doubles when we took that, as well as Radagast and 2 Eagles. And it was all mounted Rohan, 650 points, and then Radagast and 2 Eagles. That was a really cool army to use. I enjoyed that.
Moria, obviously, you just said.
Yeah.
You've got.
It's about 500 points.
Okay.
And it's rubbish.
Drum and Troll.
Yeah, it's like get to 500 points.
You took a Goblin drum to the tournament, didn't you?
Because I had to.
Yeah.
Because I had to paint the models. I was like, that's 100 points, and I paint 3 models. Brilliant. It was like did we have Groblog at the time?
Yeah, you had
Groblog, 2 Shamans, a Cave Troll, a Drum.
Oh, you had Malher and some Marauders.
And 24. We must have had. Oh, did we split it?
Yeah, you had Malher and some Marauders.
Yeah. So that's my Mario army. Like, it's kind of essentially the Bard's Tomb set up, isn't it?
So then you've got your. Then the kind of Dwarf Elf Battle of 5 Armies stuff.
Yeah, which is largely heroes.
But now you've got your Thrall Thrain. You've got the
Battle of Azenal was our army. I've got,
Yeah.
which is quite cool. But yeah, and then loads of heroes. I've got some eagles. Yeah, Bayon.
Mirkwood Spiders.
Everything in trees.
Yeah.
What have you got?
A reasonable amount. I think in terms of 500-point armies, I've got a lot. We'd have to go through everything. So Mordor, yes. Moria, yes. I could make up an Angmar one, but it'd be mainly Mordor stuff. Crossover. Isengard, no, not painted. Just because my partner previously, Christopher, that was his big army, so there was no point in me doing it. And then Damian had it as well. There's literally no point in me. Playing partner.
Oh, you're playing
like a tennis practice partner.
I thought you meant before Lily.
Yeah, Lily also plays Isengard. What else is in that book? I've got Easterlings, about 500 points.
You did well with it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Until Jamie crushed you.
Yes, twice. Eastlings, what else is in that book?
Harad.
I've got a Mimic.
Umba!
I've got a Mimic, but I ally that in with Mordor because it's Pelennor Fields, really. So yeah, Mordor's my biggest one of those. And Moria. Well, Moria kind of. Because I got the Mines of Moria set as my first, they were my first models. So I've got the Balrog. I've got 4 Cave Trolls. The Goblin Drum, not that many goblins, like 36 goblins. Some Prowlers, some Gundabats, but maybe 8 of each of those, so it's not a ridiculous army. And the Drum. Then, obviously, the Gundabats and the Azog Hunters stuff, so that's all my evil stuff. And then on the good side, I have a lot of Lothlorien and Mirkwood, a lot of Gondor.
Tournament winning, what else?
Yeah. A lot of Gondor. Rohan, I've got enough to get maybe 500 points. What other armies are there? I don't have Numenor. I have a Grey Company army. I'm just listing lots of armies now.
I consider your main ones definitely elves, like wood elves.
Yeah.
But with more Galadhrim.
Yeah. Than you usually see from other people.
And then yeah, you've made lots of small forces over the last year, haven't you? To take to try to things out.
500 point ones. Yeah.
And then obviously the Azog's Hunters are coming along now.
Yeah.
You've got your new Merc.
Yeah, the new Mirkwood as well.
Rangers and Palace
Yeah,
Guards.
I've got some Rivendell Knights as well.
Yeah. So less big, huge armies of you,
Yeah.
more little alliances.
Yeah, Mordor, Gondor, Lothlorien and Mirkwood, all over 1,000 points. And probably Moria, but you'd have to it wouldn't be very competitive. So
That's what we've got. That's our stuff.
So yeah, if we get round to army showcases, those would be all the things you'd see.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to set myself up for doing all the army showcases, but if there are any of those,
videos.
if there are any of those in particular that you'd like to see from either of us, just comment below in order of preference.
And as long as there's a 90% consensus in the order
Yeah,
between everyone, we'll do them.
we'll do them. But yeah, to be fair, James has put a couple up and they've got a lot of views. They seem like people like them, so
Yeah, they're good, and like he says, they're quite easy content to do.
yeah,
It's just a
just getting around to it, setting all the models up and then talking. I mean, the talking about them's fine, but yeah, let us know. Cool. So those are our main armies. So yeah, what are we doing next? I guess. So what are we looking for now? I guess that's a good question to ask, given that we talked about what we have done previously.
I really don't know. I'm going to finish these elves,
Yeah.
which shouldn't take too long by my standards. But then once I've done that, my options are
You're
either
the crossroads there.
yeah, the crossroad. That was Blazing Squad.
Great.
My options are either going to be
Council branch out.
what heroes.
Mm.
Could do, maybe. I've got a few of those lying around, but I'll have about 800 points of elves,
Yeah.
and I'll either do another warband of them.
Mhm.
I've got another warband of armed elves.
Yeah.
Another warband of Erebor, because I've got another 12 of them.
Yeah.
Get completely stuck into an Azog's Hunters army. Or what I'm quite drawn towards doing is some of the other stuff from the first film that I haven't painted, like Radagast on Slay,
Yeah.
doing the 3 trolls.
I used to do those kind of the scenario based ones.
Yeah.
That's what I would like the most. But in terms of a tournament army, they're not very useful.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the thing. It's the same old, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you
Maybe.
could take the 3
I
trolls.
think you do the 3 trolls with Azog as part of some
Yeah.
old hero thing. I don't know.
You could nail through Goblin Town.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I've got a whatever it is. I think it's 500 points.
Yeah.
Goblin Town. I've got 72 goblins and all the heroes. And I had this crazy idea about batch painting that.
Yeah.
At one point, I've literally just going, you know what? Just batch paint 72 goblins. It'll take a month, 2 months, but then they're done.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I've done my 10 goblins, I've got 62 left. I've done my 20 goblins, I've got 52 left, and now I'm losing the will to live. I don't know. But yeah,
Maybe you'll just get to the
I
end
think-
of a painting session and be like, I've still got 72 goblins.
Yeah.
I've still got 72
Yeah,
goblins.
yeah. I've got some housekeeping bits to do as well. Like,
Mhm.
That's what I always call when I've got stuff left over. So I want to go back and finish Lake Town. I've got like 7 Lake Town Guard and the Master to do.
Yeah.
But I want to get them done, so
Yeah.
that's done.
Kind
I
of
can
finish all
I can
those.
kill that
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So maybe that is what you do.
if I start a new army, it'll be Azog's Hunters.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking about this a doubles tournament, the Slayer doubles
Yeah,
tournament.
and
If
then
I take it, it's 800 points.
We both take 400 of Azog's Hunters.
No, sorry, singles, isn't it? Singles, 800 points singles. There was 800 points singles, evil army.
So you'd want 800 points of that?
Yeah, of something, because I wouldn't want to take Isengard.
We could take the Battle of 5 Armies again.
I haven't got evil. Good
Oh,
and
is it?
evil.
Is it good and
Yeah.
evil?
But I don't know. It's like that. So it's getting to
You
that
could
point.
do an old hero like Azog Bolg.
I did. Yeah,
But no
I thought
one's
about it.
done before.
And
As a
evil
bold
Saruman.
trolls.
You could take Saruman on horse.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe something like that. What about you? What's next for you?
I don't know. I'm still going with the Azog's Hunters, so it'd be the Hunter Orcs on Wargs next, and the Fell Wargs. So that'd take up a reasonable amount of time. Then after that, I don't have a specific plan. I have little odds and ends, like the rest of my Rivendell Knights, finishing the Easterlings, things like that. I also have like Gondor cavalry that I wanted to do for a while but never got round to. There's loads of little bits like that, but I think I'd want it to be something that was useful. So that's why it's tricky again.
It's like the Champions of Erebor again. That's another thing. It's like,
oh yeah.
I'd quite like a little Team Ravenhill army. Doing a Feely, Keely, Thorin, Dwalin and the new Bilbo. Getting them done up. There's a little army for you, but then it's like, then you got the other 9. When do they get painted? Yeah. They weren't even in the third film. I don't know who these guys are. Yeah. But it's always that, and what I've found is the models you want to paint aren't the most useful models.
Yeah. The other army that I really want to do is the Wargatank army, the Rohan Wargatank army.
Not the
so just wargs. Unarmoured Thalan.
Oh, that's an awesome model, yeah.
Armour mounted, Gamling mounted without the banner, Royal Guard mounted, and
awesome Aragorn model.
Like Aragorn, and then the legless Gimli.
Mounted leggy.
That's an army that I really want to do. So it's, yeah, but I'd use the mounted leggy and Gimli to be mounted leggy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So that would be what I'd want to do.
It's relatively easy to achieve, isn't it? Because it's just painting a few heroes.
Yeah, I'd need to convert Harmer. And
someone did him.
Yeah, no, I saw. Yeah, that's why it sprang back in my mind, but that was something I really wanted to do. So maybe I'll do that.
Yeah. That's quite achievable. Yeah. Cool. So, someone asked earlier what was the difference between a speak friend question and a Palantir question, and that is it. That was a question. Someone asked, it was Larry, wasn't it?
Yeah, Larry.
Asked, was it Larry?
Yeah.
About our armies?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Acton 39.
Acton 39.
About it. And I don't know if we mentioned it.
I don't know, it piques our interest and we develop it in something that we chat about. And that's what we've done.
And you can like it or loop it.
Yeah, because it's recorded now. And you better act like you enjoyed it, because if not, we'll just do it twice next week.
Yes. So
that's our lot for another week on the sofa.
Yeah.
We will see some of you next weekend. And we will probably be doing a tournament review.
Yes.
Of that tournament, because it's one for the first time in ages. It's a tournament that we're both going to.
Yeah. Now James actually commented and said there was no. I think it was in a Speak Friend in Question a couple of weeks ago, saying that we didn't do a tournament review.
Oh yeah,
of the league finale. We did.
Yeah, we told you.
Yeah.
I deleted it.
Yeah. You know how I was a Muppet last week and didn't record and recorded the floor? He deleted a whole hour and a half of us talking.
We told you. When I'm saying you, I'm saying James and January. We told you guys about this. We put it on the thread. I'm very sorry.
Yes.
We recorded the first day.
We didn't have the will to...
It was an hour and a half long, and then I deleted it.
We did not want to refilm it.
No. So, yeah.
There's only... You don't want to talk about the same thing again for an hour and a half.
The league, particularly when I was so emotionally drained from it.
Yeah.
The league finale was wonderful. I had a great time, and I choked horribly, and Ed won the league. It was a disaster.
That was our review.
The end.
Then he deleted that.
Yeah, I deleted it because the pain was too bad.
So yeah, there we go. Anyway, how's that?
Yeah, we'll see you next week with a few videos, because we're going to film some stuff over the weekend.
Yes.
So we, who knows what you might get.
Yes.
But yeah,
just
there'll be some
Freddo
extra content. Yeah, more Freddos. Us just eating Freddos.
Yeah.
Great. We will see you next week. As ever, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming.